Hello students, welcome to Chemistry World. Today we are going to discuss about a basic introduction of the chemistry, that is elements, compounds and mixture. In this one, the first introduction, that is introduction to this topic. First of all, we have to know what is meant by matter. The matter that is occupying a space and that is having some mass. For example, here I am taking this paper or pen or anything that may be occupying the space and that is having some mass or molecular weight, that is considered as the matter. Okay. Matter is nothing but it is occupying space and it has mass. This is known as matter. Okay. Next we have to know some basic terms like atom, molecule, element, compound and mixture. We have to know the terms of these one. Based on the important ways, we have three important ways in which matter that is classified into as follows. Okay. Three important ways in which the matter is classified as follows. First one is based on the particle nature. Based on the particle nature, matter is classified into atoms and molecules. This is based on the particle nature. Okay. Second one, based on the physical state. Based on the physical state, this matter is classified into solids, liquids and gases. Okay. These three matter is classified into solids, liquids and gases. This is based on the physical state, and the matter is again classified based on the chemical composition. Third one is what? Based on the chemical composition. Based on the chemical composition, matter is classified into elements, compounds and mixtures. Okay. This is about the matter, how it is classified into these types. First we have to know the particle nature of the matter, that is classified into atoms and molecules. First one is particle nature of matter. Particle nature of matter. See, philosophers like Kannada of Vaisheshika Siddhanta, he was a great Indian philosopher. He proposed that matter is composed of very small and tiny particles. Those are called as Anu and Paramanu. Okay. Great Indian philosopher. Great Indian philosopher named as Kannada of Vaisheshika Siddhanta. He was the great Indian philosopher. He proposed matter. He proposed the matter, that is, this matter is composed of very small and tiny particles. Composed of very small and tiny particles. These tiny particles called Anu and Paramanu. Okay. Anu and Paramanu. We can call this Anu as molecule. Molecule is nothing but anu. Parmanu is nothing but atom. Okay. This is very smaller than the molecule. Okay. Next philosopher, Leucippus, he also proposed a modern atomic theory. Okay. Next atomic theory that was proposed by Leucippus. And next a British teacher, John Dalton. He was a British teacher. He was a British teacher. He proposed Dalton's atomic theory. He proposed the Dalton's atomic theory. So, he is known as father of modern atomic theory. He is known as father of modern atomic theory. Next, atoms. First, already I told you the basic terms like atom and molecule. Atoms are nothing but these are the tiny particles and which we can't be further broken down or which can't be further fragmented. Those are called as atoms. Atoms are tiny or very small particles which can't be further broken down. Which can't be further broken down or fragmented. Those are called as atoms. Next, these atoms join together and they will form the matter. Already we know matter is one of the form of atoms and molecules. These atoms join together and they will form the matter. Next, this atom is one of the tiniest particle and these atoms they will combine, they form the molecule. Okay. If we consider these as atoms, these two are atoms, they will combine, they will form the molecule. Okay. The tiny particle which we can't see with our naked eyes. We have to use one microscope. Why? Because these are very microscopic particles, those are called as atoms. They will combine and they will form the molecule. So, molecule is nothing but it is a group of atom. Molecule is a group of atoms. Group of two or more atoms. Next, we have matter that is classified based on the physical state. Based on the physical state, matter is classified into solids, liquids and gases. Now, we will see that one. First one is the physical state of matter. Physical state of matter. We have three types of physical states. One is solid, second one is the liquid, third one is the gaseous state. Okay, first one is the solid state. This solid state that is having a rigid molecule. Solid. Okay, this is the solid state. Here, if this is one solid, in this one the molecules are present very nearer to each other. Okay, this is the solid. In this one we have intermolecular distances. See, in this one the intermolecular distance, these are the molecules. Okay, these are molecules, and here we have intermolecular distance. The distance which is present in between the molecule, that is called as intermolecular distance or intermolecular space. We can call that as intermolecular space or intermolecular distance. See, this solid, this is very rigid. That is nothing but it is not very flexible, not flexible in nature. So, first point is what? They are rigid. For example, in this one we have intermolecular distances. These intermolecular distances are very less in the solid, but we compare these solids with liquids and gases. The intermolecular distances in the liquids and gases, that is very high compared to the solid. Second point, in this one, the molecules, all these are the molecules. These molecules are very closely packed in this solid, and these have maximum attraction. Second point is molecules are closely packed and they have maximum attractions. Maximum attractions. And due to presence of these intermolecular distance, they can't move in the solid, and these solids, they have definite shape and they have definite size. These solids have definite shape and have definite size. This is for solids. Whenever if we applying heating or cooling, or upon heating and cooling to this solid, the solid expands and contracts very little. So, this is having very little nature to the expanding and contraction. Next one, these can't be compressed easily, and without breaking up these one, we can't use these solids. Okay. A solid expands or contracts very little upon heating or cooling. If we heat the solid, then this solid will expand to some extent. If we cool this solid, it will contrast. Okay. Next one, example for this solid is wood, book, chair, anything which is present in the solid form, that comes under examples for this solid. Next one is the liquid. In this liquid, molecules that are far away from each other, and the intermolecular distance in these one are very far. Intermolecular distance is high compared to the solids. See, intermolecular distances are high compared to these solids. Compared to these solids, we have very high intermolecular distances in these liquids, and these are the molecules. Next, these liquids are not rigid. They are not rigid, means they are flexible in nature. These liquids are flexible in nature, and these liquids have definite volume, but they doesn't have any definite shape. They have definite volume, but they doesn't have definite shape. Why? Because they acquire the container shape. That's why liquids are doesn't have any definite shape. these liquids will acquire the shape of container. If we take the liquid in a jar, then that will acquire the shape of the jar. If we take the liquid in a glass, then that liquid acquires the shape of the glass. And these liquids flow from higher to lower level. They flow from higher level to lower level. For example, river. Okay, river flows from high level to low level, and these force of attraction between the molecules is weak. In this one, forces of attraction that is weak in the liquid compared to solids. The force of attraction between the molecules is weak. Upon heating, they can be expanded or they can be contracted by the cooling. If upon heating, these liquids can be expanded, and upon cooling they will be contracted more than the solid. Upon heating and cooling, liquids expands or contracts more than a solid. In these liquids, the intermolecular distances or spaces are more compared to the solids. Next one is the gases. In this one, gases, they have high intermolecular forces or intermolecular distances. Intermolecular distance. Intermolecular distance that is very high in the gases compared to solids and liquids. These are called molecules. Molecules are nothing but combination of atoms. Here gases are not rigid, nothing but gases are very flexible in nature. They are not rigid, nothing but they are flexible. And here we don't have any definite shape and definite volume for these gases. They have neither definite shape or value. Why? Because in this one the molecules are far away from each other, that's why they doesn't have any particular shape and volume for these gases, and they can flow easily in all direction. For example, if we are taking this this molecule, it can be move in all direction, but this is not possible in the liquids and solids. They can flow easily in all directions. Next, these gases can be compressed to a large extent easily, means they can be compressed very easily. If we are taking a foam that can be compressed easily, they can be compressed to a large extent easily. And intermolecular distances, see, the intermolecular distances or spaces are very far away from each other, means they are maximum in the gases. Intermolecular distances are varying and they are maximum in gases. Next one, these molecules have very less attractions compared to liquids and gases. Molecules have less attractions. Upon heating and cooling, these gases can be expands or contracts very easily. Upon heating and cooling, a gas can be expands or contracts very easily. This is only in gases. Okay, this is about the gases, solids and liquids. Thank you for watching the video.